Hello there. This is James, and you're watching OneRoyal, and it's live. In today's program, I want to focus on an event which is happening later today, which the market is waiting with bated breath. And it's not about just one company. It's about this company and how it can affect the whole market. Anyway, before we get into all of that, don't forget these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should ever be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research, do your own due diligence, and of course, with the risks at hand before entering any trade. With that out the way, let's get started. So yes, indeed, it is indeed countdown to Nvidia's earnings. Now, this is the big event. This is, first of all, it's the last of the Mag 7 earnings to be released for quarter one. But really, the market is really holding this breath for this result, because this earning report can either make the market potentially or potentially break the market. So it's not just about one company's earnings. Now, Nvidia has indeed been like the poster child for the AI boom. Just to give you some crazy numbers here, since the launch of Chat GPT in November 2022 or late November 2022, Nvidia's share price has risen by nearly 700%. 700%. Now, in the same period of time, the S&P has risen by only 45%. Now, here's the other thing. When Chat GPT launched, Nvidia's market cap was just over 400 billion. As of the 19th of May, it cap now stands at 3.3 trillion. 3.3 trillion. Now let's have a look at some of these performances that Nvidia have been doing. I mean, this is how it's outperformed since ChatGPT almost everything. At the same time, let's have a look at how it's beaten the competition. It's completely left its competition for dead, the likes of Intel and AMD. This has all happened since the end of November 2022. And here's the thing. This was part of, Nvidia's success is also what's driving the Mag 7 in many, many ways, because the boom is real. Now, let's have a look at this. Again, I've got quite a few. This is just mind-blowing, okay? Now, this was the value of the Mag 7, again, just before the launch of ChatGPT, okay? This is the value of the Mag 7 now in May. Now, it's absolutely mad what a big difference ChatGPT has done to the market, or to Nvidia in particular, or to the whole AI market. I mean, it does lead me to a question which I'm going to ask you, good people, and you guys can share me your thoughts on this. But there is something else which we want to talk about Nvidia's earnings. It's just not about how impressive the performance has been, but there is another worrying side about this as well. And that's all to do with China. So let's talk about China. Now, Nvidia's revenue from China is set to hit 6.2 billion. However, that was before Trump enacted a ban on sales of Nvidia's H20 chip to China in April. Now, the market will look at this very, very closely, because not only are they going to be looking at numbers, what they'll also be looking at, of course, is what Nvidia says about how this ban in China and how these tariffs will affect their future performance. Anything negative from that, then we are likely to see the market go into potentially a bit of a panic. But like I say, this is really potentially huge. I mean, just look at this as well. Just look at this. This is, how much of an impact Nvidia has on the S&P 500. Okay, 17.21%. That's the contribution to the performance of the S&P 500 by one company. Out of 500 companies, Nvidia contributes 17.21%. So you can see the point of why the market is really excited, but also very worried about this earning report. So anyway, that's going to be the real big event, but nothing really talking about statistics and numbers. Let's currently have a look at what Nvidia is doing at the moment. Well, currently, as we talk, okay, it's currently trading at 135.92. Don't forget, the earnings come out after the closing bell, okay? So it's up today at the moment by 0.30%. I'm guessing the market's going to be a little bit tepid and a bit nervous for now. But here's the thing about Nvidia. Despite its amazing performance, what we've talked about, okay, don't forget it's had a tough 2025. Reason being, can you remember a certain thing called DeepSeek? You know, that scared the AI market a lot. And Nvidia suffered a lot because of that. So it hasn't had a good year. So far, year to date, it's down 0.42%. But it's up, say, for the month, 23.47%. So this report is going to be really key. Not only to Nvidia, but like I say, potentially to the market. So yeah, that's really what the market is really excited about today. It is indeed all about Nvidia. The last earning report from the Mag 7 as well for Q1. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Obviously, what you think about Nvidia. Do you think we're going to have success? Or do you think it's going to spook the market? Or do you think the reality of this ban and tariffs on Nvidia is going to illustrate in their commentary for the future performance? Anyway, don't forget, as well as that tonight, something else as well. We do have the FOMC minutes and US gross domestic product coming tomorrow, and German retail sales, German CPI, and US PCE. So that is still to come. As well as that, don't forget, if you are not a member or not a part of the OneRoyal family, feel free to click on the link in the description below and have a little look about us and find out more about us. And as well as that, of course, this is a live show, so you can ask me questions. Or more importantly, share me your opinions, what you think about Nvidia, what do you think about the market? Or maybe you're trading something else. Maybe you're trading another asset. So let me know your thoughts. And of course, if you're watching me on YouTube and you like this sort of thing, subscribe if you like. Hit the notification button so you know next time we're going live. And if you like me and I like this type of content and you put up with me, more importantly, give us one of these. It's nice to know that you like what I do. The other thing I want to mention as well, something I do notice, a lot of people go back and watch the recordings, which is great. I really appreciate that, any type of support. And if you're watching the recording and you have a question, you can put it in the comment section below. I will see it and I will reply to it next time I go live on air, which will be tomorrow, because I usually go live every single day. Okie dokie. If there is no questions, not a problem. Leaves me to say one thing and one thing only. Don't forget, these little videos are for educational purposes only, and in no way whatsoever should it be taken as financial advice. I always suggest you do your own research, do your own due diligence, and of course, know the risks at hand before entering any trade. Till next time, every single one of you, trade safe.